And now moving on to people who are celebrating their success by sharing it with the less privileged. We have global representative, Her Excellency Ambassador Moleboheng Matli, who is the president and chairperson of the Women African Tourism Board, and she's now taken part in an initiative to give at least 10 girls scholarships to study abroad. Her Excellency Matli is a firm believer in education and youth development. She joins us via Zoom this morning. Good morning to you, Excellency. Thank you so much for joining us. Pity you're not feeling well because, we were hoping to have you in studio. But nonetheless, thank you so much for your time. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Let's talk about the program that you've undertaken to take girls to the US and afford them studying opportunities.
Thank you so much, Cindy, for having me. Africa Youth Exchange Scholar Program, ISP, is an initiative of Moleboheng Matli Foundation, which is a South African non-profit organization focused on the girl child. And when we sat around and really looked deeper as to what is required and why the girl child, it was beyond just the issues of gender, but looking at how the girl child is automatically disadvantaged when it comes to issues of early pregnancy, be it child-headed homes, be it single-parented homes. They automatically would assume the role of mother, therefore lagging behind with their studies. And we have felt that with the collaborations we have in the United States, we've collaborated with the Greater Memphis Chamber of Commerce in the state of Tennessee, and through their HBCUs, historically Black community universities, we have managed to secure 10 full-board scholarships for girls in South Africa and girls in Nigeria. And somebody might be asking why South Africa and Nigeria, outside of the two being Africa's giants economically. It is time for Africa to derive its own solutions. And one of the biggest needs, Cindy, in our view as an NPO is that we need to unite, and we see education, therefore, as a catalyst. So we're quite excited to have absorbed 10 girls far from South Africa specifically working with Sandown High in Sandton and Alex High in the township of Alexander. And this was also motivated by the unity that the former MEC of Education, who's now our Premier, Panyaza Lusufi, initiated over 2 years ago of collaborating the schools or bringing together the schools. And he started off with Alex High and Sandown High to collaborate the schools and bring them together to share resources. And we feel that is the movement and the culture we should follow in trying to bring together and merge different communities, but in this regard, specifically our girl child, who needs attention for education.
And Your Excellency, as we know that the demand is so vast, especially when it comes to lack of resources or access to quality education, you are taking 10 girls initially, but of course with the intention of extending that cohort of students. Talk us through the program, maybe the criteria for the benefit of our viewers who would like their children to participate in future programs.
I believe South Africa's education model is so beautiful in that we see a clear distinct in regards to the school, the learner, and the parent. So we collaborated first and foremost with the schools. We approached relevant schools, adopted the schools officially as part of our ongoing process to be part of change in education. And the school would then assist us in identifying the top 10 learners. And why would we want to go to the top performing academic learners in this regard, Cindy, would be for the mere basic understanding that for any scholarship to be attained, even a bursary, there's an academic score that is required. So the schools came on board and assisted us in identifying the highest performing learners in this regard, which was the grade 11 class of 2022 last year. And we went through a very rigorous three-phase selection criteria where we met the learners in person. We did on-ground interviews processes at the school. We subsequently had them to write us essays. We then went to a live interview process with all the learners to shortlist our top 5. Once the top 5 was then shortlisted, we did another final round of interviews to ascertain that our processes are fair and every learner has been given equal opportunity. And the same process applies to Nigeria. But here in South Africa, we definitely go the route of understanding that to educate a child, you cannot do it outside of the parent. You cannot only do it with the school. You need active participation from the families as well. So the SGB's active participation has added quite great value. So a collaboration of school, learner, parent and SGB has added great value. So we encourage parents as we approach academic year 2024 to be on the lookout as we go to more schools in South Africa. We go beyond Gauteng province and follow the same process in trying to collaborate with the globe within Africa as well to see how we can contribute positively towards educating the girl child.
We salute you and appreciate the work that you do, Your Excellency. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we're joined by Her Excellency Matli, talking about the youth development programs that they embarked on to take 10 girls from South Africa and Nigeria to participate in higher learning opportunities in the United States, Tennessee to be specific.